It is Saturday, March 8th. I believe it's the 8th. Saturday. Illinois Point. Getting a nice look at the building, see if we have any winter damage. Ice was stuck to all of the side of these. You can see it pulled on that concrete a little bit on that base there. Don't see anything wrong with the sign. The front, absolutely no bleed over on the front of gutters or ice or any kind of problems on the front. What we complain about on the back and everything is sure nice on the front, on the sides. All of the concrete made it in great shape on the front. On the sides, not so good on the back. But again, the back pumps all of the snow. It pumps everything on the roof has to melt. That gutter has been froze for 3 or 4 months. Everything that we see back here really, it looks real good right now. The last few days it's been melting. It hit into the upper 30s and yahoo. Here's where the guys are screaming about so much from the sprint. The guys that's always mad about everything. Now, we have put about 8 bags just in this area right here of this calcium melt. It's not working real great, but it is working. It's not working that great because it's raining and all of the water coming off of the roof right there. Now that water has to go somewhere. And to be telling me that I plowed that up there instead of plowing it over here, you'd have to call me juvenile. Somehow I plowed that ice there. Somehow I stacked that snow there. Let's get realistic. Everything comes from that roof of the whole shopping center right here. Again, it's great on the sides and the front. We all love it. It's great. But as shopping malls go, I got shopping malls that it's fallen off the canopies now. On the sides, it's been so many problems, unreal. This is a tiny little problem right here that I think we should have a heater system up there for the gutters. That's about the only thing that you can do. What else can we do? You're going to change them downspouts? The whole roof slopes backwards this way to kick all of that water right here. When the gutters are full of ice and we hit a few warm days, the whole roof will slide that snow back this way, and then it plop, plop, plop right off of the back. And these guys over here, this is a cherished area because it is their smoking area. And he said it tore the seal off of the bottom of the door. The seal is right there on the bottom of it. The problem is this crack. You see that crack where the concrete is raised up? All of this moisture coming back here, going under here, moisture under there, has raised that up. They have a little trouble opening their door there when that freezes. Like, look at it right now. It's supposed to be 11 degrees in 10 hours. What's it going to be? If you look right here, this crack that we filled just a few weeks ago with crack filler, and we filled all of this. This crack is all part of this right here, this water. This is the first winter damage I see here. And that crack does not come up here. But again, that real soft snow there, do you think that fell off of the roof as it melts and comes down, or do you think we plowed that there? Now we've had a few inches here and there, and it's been incredible to keep the back, all these open where they can get their doors out and come back. But this here, this has to be much bigger here because those guys come right back here. They stand and they smoke. This thing is real important. I'm not a cigarette smoker, but I understand that it's needed for some reason. So, what can I say? It really looks good on the front and sides and perfect, and employee parking lot over there. They're really doing a good job of using that dumpster like that when we changed the front of it. Building really looks good. Everything but back here, this is a beating, you know. The sun pops out and it's 20 degrees and it'll drop 3 foot of the roof on the back sidewalk. You got to literally be out here every day, or, geez, do we want to spend hundreds of dollars on that? I can't come up here with a bobcat and tear away on that. I don't want to chip and break away at the concrete there. Sidewalk looks in good shape. Really the whole front of it. There's just no extra moisture back here. But man, what a brutal year. What a brutal year we had like an inch of rain in an opening in the middle of a winter blizzard. We got a 3-day pop of it, jumped up into the 40s in rain and started to melt all of the snow. And just a few hours later it freezes, and it constantly does this. This looks like lava coming off of the building. But man, these guys are mad at me for global warming in the Sprint store there. I think I'll stop. I better clean that little scrabblings up for them guys. I wouldn't want them to that stuff is melting now. Let me see if I can get the rest of that away. I got a shovel with me. Detention pond has very little of anything in it yet, which means it hasn't melted much yet. The biggest is coming. Here's a real nice example of what we want in the winter time. If we had heated gutters and heated downspouts, that's that little wire they put in them and a little battery charger looking thing, and it just keeps it all warm. And get that crap off of the roof and out of the gutters and get it down onto the parking lot here where we just salt it. But again, yeah, some of that there is from keeping the lava runoff. We don't throw it out in the drive. We heap it up there and wait on it to melt. Now, does this guy from Sprint, is this back sidewalk important like the front one where it has to be clean at all times for walking up and down there? We don't have foot traffic back here in the summer. We just have the people pumping in and out of their doors. But again, you see that water right there? It sure, if that seal was gone off there, it sure would run in that back door. And it won't change until it warms up and that concrete drops down a ½ inch back where it's supposed to be. It will drop down. I mean, the mayor is on TV. He borrowed $20 million to throw at the streets that are all busted up. But gosh, you got to be proud of the front of it. The front of it and the sides. All your shower-headed lights are working there. And we have 100% burn on the sign and all of your parking lot lights. Oh, I got that lock for this door. And I forgot to bring up one thing there. How there was no trash on the parking lot. After all that snow melting and everything there. But I can brag because I know the trash crew was through there this morning. Trash cans are emptied. That's a pretty good sized building to drain all of that roof in that one spot in the rear. But man, you never had any ice on the front or the sides. that front canopy like it is. I don't know, it's a dream on 3 sides and a nightmare on the back. Look at that, we even picked up the grass out front. Not a piece of trash out there. This Highway 14 right behind us, that's where everybody in the city have fled to, and all the malls and everything. The construction that way is incredible, and all of this area. All of the working people are out here now. It's really the finest area of the city. It really is, with the best people coming right behind us there. Unreal in the Depression area. When I said Depression there at the end, I sure didn't mean the area. I just meant the country in general. But is that back sidewalk, you know, we keep all of that off of there until it gets out of control. And it keeps plop, plop, plop. It keeps taking a lava dump off of the roof. And then at night it goes down to 0 and it turns into a granite thing that you don't want to come up there with a piece of equipment and tear up your concrete just to get that ice off, I don't think. And do you want to spend that much money on dumping bags and bags and bags of calcium on it when it gets real wet, and then the roof is bleeding off and it's raining and it melts the calcium and doesn't do that much good? You got to hit it again and again. Tell me which way you want to go on it, because, you know, to keep that whole walkway clean would be very expensive. And usage, you tell me which way you want to go on it. You see the way I was doing it there. If I'm missing something for the Sprint boys, that they was mad at me when I walked in the door. I either looked like a criminal that robbed them or a boss that chewed their rear ends out about sales or something. They was, oh man, gee, they didn't let me in at first. They wouldn't let me in. I said, well, maintenance of the building, where do you have water pressing in at? I have to look, I'm with building maintenance. You called in a report of water pouring in your store, where is it? You go in there, well, I actually don't have any water in the store. It's pouring in the back door there. Now, you know it can't pour in the back door there. It's not running in anywhere else. The building is perfect, except we had a monster winter, it's wet, and the concrete is raised up, and they're getting a little water in their back door, something that they could lay a towel down and sop it up with. And there you have, what's that show? There you know. There you have the information. Tell me what you want to do. Good day.